Have you ever noticed that the most brilliant minds often go unnoticed? We expect a high IQ to look like a storm of equations and constant talking, but real intelligence is much quieter. It is not about how much you show off, but how your brain processes the hidden patterns of the world. Psychology reveals that high intelligence often hides behind subtle habits. The first one is a deep, comfortable love for solitude. It is not that they are antisocial. It is that their prefrontal cortex needs quiet space to organize complex ideas and reflections. While others feel lonely, these individuals feel energized by their own thoughts. Their brain actually craves this silence to function. Then there is the engine of their mind, constant curiosity hair. They don't just ask why about the stars, but about the smallest details of life. Why does a system break? Why do people react that way? This natural search for patterns never truly stops, even during rest.
You might also catch them talking to themselves. It is not a sign of confusion, but a sophisticated method of cognitive control. Self-directed speech helps the brain organize memory and focus. It is like having a narrator for a very high-speed mental processor. Perhaps the most surprising sign is their comfort with saying, "I don't know." They understand that the more you know, the more you see the unknown. While others pretend to have all the answers, the highly intelligent brain is busy exploring the complexity. They see the depth of every mystery. This leads to another common trait, overthinking small things. For an analytical brain, a simple decision is a bridge to multiple outcomes. Should I say this or that? Did I choose the right path? Internally, they are building mental models, exploring every possible future. It might look like hesitation, but it's actually an advanced brain refusing to settle for a shallow answer. They see the branches of every choice. Surprisingly, high IQ is also linked to a sharp sense of humor. To create a joke, the brain must break patterns and connect unrelated ideas. Advanced humor is a cognitive workout. It requires recognizing expectations and then subverting them in a split second. Another powerful sign is the ability to change their mind. For them, a belief is just a tool, not a part of their identity. When new evidence appears, they don't fight it. They update their internal map of the world. This is called cognitive flexibility. But here is the challenge. The world often misinterprets these signs. Solitude is seen as being shy. Questions are seen as being difficult. Changing a mind is seen as being uncertain. But what if these are the very markers of a deeper, more resilient way of thinking?
Then there's the eighth habit. Thinking late at night, when the world is sleeping. People with high IQ are just starting to wake up. Researchers suggest it is a sign of higher cognitive flexibility and evolutionary adaptation to non-traditional patterns. The quiet of the night provides a canvas delin. Without the noise of the day, their brain can finally connect the most distant dots. The ninth habit is to observe more than to speak. In a social room, smart people are usually the quietest people there. They're not shy. Pieces of data. They analyze emotional signals, the change in tone, and the hidden dynamics of the group. It's only after the pattern is clear that they choose to speak up. Their words are less, but they carry the weight of 1,000 observations. Finally, the 10th habit. Constantly searching for meaning. They are rarely satisfied with that. They wonder about the purpose, identity, and the complex puzzle of human behavior. This is not an option. It's a fundamental dynamic. It's not always dramatic or philosophical. It's just a quiet question in the back of my mind. Why do we think the way we do? And that's probably the most fascinating part of wisdom. It's not a score or a title. It's a lens to see the world. Intelligence is not just solving equations or remember the data. At its core, it's actually curiosity. It's a brain that's constantly exploring patterns, ask questions about assumptions, and trying to figure out the strange puzzle of life. So the next time you see someone lost in their thoughts, or choosing to stay silent, remember they aren't empty. They're navigating a vast inner ocean. Every silence is a bridge to a new idea. Every question is a door. High intelligence can be a burden. It feels like you are carrying the complexity of the world. But that burden is also a gift. It's the ability to see beauty in the little details that most people just pass by. Maybe you recognize yourself in these habits. Maybe you feel misunderstood when you want to be alone or thinking too much. If so, know that your mind is not broken. It's just built differently. It's built to explore, not just to survive. Embrace the silence that honors your curiosity. The world holds people who look at strange puzzles, the appeal of human nature. Because wisdom is not just a destination, it's a lifelong journey to ask questions about everything you think you already
In the
know.
end, what makes you different is also what makes you powerful. Your brain isn't just a machine, it's an observer of the infinite. Don't be afraid of your own depth. The questions you ask are the same ones that move humanity forward, one quiet thought at a time. So keep thinking, keep wondering, and most importantly, keep being exactly who you are, a mind that never stops exploring. Because the world doesn't just need answers. It needs people who are brave enough to sit with the questions.
Thank you for being a part of this journey.